What if? Hold on, actually. Yeah, the stream is on. You don't see the stream? Yeah, you should be able to have this screen. Alright, you know what? Let me turn it on and off real quick. Should be fixed. Alright, cool. So overnight session, it actually set the high that when I was looking at the weekly coverage video, so it set the high and came down to discount fair value gap and ran the buy side. This is the setup I just showcased to you guys. You know, you let the first leg go, retracement down into range EQ or discount, target the short-term buy side, which was the London session trade actually, I think. Yeah, it's London silver bullet, which is pretty clean, you know. And then it had a very harsh reaction from there. So let's figure out what's going on. Let's start with the 4 hourly. Actually, I gotta change the layout. Alright, I gotta paint it again though. So this is the S&T. This is the buy side. Alright, cool. This was the dealing range which was delivered. Now we have a new dealing range and a new short-term buy side. This is all-time high. Okay, I gotta repaint it real quick. And I'm gonna put the order block high on ES, which is the hourly OB, right there. And then I'm gonna take the all-time high and small. Okay. I see Asia low around liquidity today. Maybe I'm wrong. So, okay, let's start with the 4 hourly real quick. Let's do a top-down analysis and see what's going on. So we have an ES rejection block. Nasdaq didn't form a rejection block there on the 4 hourly. Let's see if this is engineered liquidity. It is not engineered liquidity. Nothing much on the 4 hourly. I would say it's just like trading down into this the order block here. Kind of reacting from there on the 4 hourly. Let's take a look at the hourly. So hourly has the same dealing range as the 15-minute. Here. There is no S&T divergence. There is also hourly rejection block. No, it's not a rejection block. At the highs, it's also not rejection. Okay. This is the same dealing range from the 15 minutes, so I'm gonna keep that one instead. But you know what, let's paint it though. Let's paint it real quick. I really thought this would send it overnight, but it didn't happen. Another 15 minutes. We have the south side down here. Dealing range is being respected right now. Although I don't like the reaction at this level, like the whole rally shouldn't have faded in my opinion. There's no new SMT divergence so far. Maybe like here short term, which was delivered already, took the short term south side. So here it's formed an SMT divergence, but the objective of that SMT divergence was completed already with the south side delivery. So I'm not going to keep that on my chart. Let's see, I'm still favoring the buy side, but again, I don't like this kind of reaction. Let's go down to 5. I mean, the highs are suspicious for sure. There's equal lows here. So here's what I'm going to do. So the overnight price action, the initial sell-off here, this price action is technically a trap. So it's technically a smart money reversal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the, so you'll see the trap better on the 5 actually, here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this dealing range and I'm going to, it's respecting, so it could push down technically. Also, guys, today is the day after holiday, so keep it low key today. If your original sizing is, I don't know, like 2 contracts, 3 contracts, keep it less. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Still hear your beautiful voice. Appreciate you, brother. I feel like I made this video a couple of weeks ago where I edited the daily market review or Sunday weekly coverage video. Then I added a video from 9:30, and the difference in the voice is massive. Good morning, Killa. Good morning, Sir Nasdaq. Yeah, I missed a long silver bullet. Never take him, but I mean the PA was there though. So here, um, the dealing range, S&T came down into discount and delivering to buy side during London. And this is also like the confirmation. This is the breaker, and that breaker sent the price. Didn't touch the 4-hour wick. Let's take a look at the 4-hourly. It's trading down into the 4-hour order block now. Still low-key favoring the buy side, but the problem is I think ES will wanna sweep the equal lows here at open perhaps, because it looks like I mean it broke down below range EQ, right? So there is this the upper portion of that fair value gap is premium, which is being respected so far, which makes me I think ES will push one more time. down here. This is the 5-minute sell model, because this is trap or 1-minute reversal. So let's take a look at the same thing on Nasdaq. Yeah, pretty much the same deal. Here's the last premium fair value gap here. Maybe like because overall it should stay bullish in my opinion. Overall it could potentially form a new SMT here where ES runs the low, forms a buy model, and Nasdaq staying a little stronger, forms a buy model to rally the highs, because the highs looks very suspicious in my opinion. But so far, like during the first portion of the New York session, I think it's gonna stay below the premium fair value gap to tag the sell side. Looks like. Turn off all the alarms. I've turned off all your alarms. I see Asia low as strong liquidity today. Asia low is, yeah, it's the sell side. All right, let's switch down to the 1-minute chart. So I'm going to keep the 5-minute on here. And the sell side. I think seemingly it feels like it's going to deliver almost immediately at 9:30. So there's an SMT divergence. The bearish SMT divergence. There's sell side objective. Bearish PDRs are being respected right now. Let's see how 9:30 reacts. After bank holiday, always dirty fast action. That is so true. The holiday the holiday PAs are usually better than the day after. Good morning, RJ. So there is, I think there's 1-minute SMT divergence as well. Yep. Very slow open. So today the news is on 10 o'clock. Just keep that in mind, guys. 10 o'clock, red folder. So it popped here. And engulf. It's engulfing the 1 minute candle. There's new SMT divergence. This one's on the 5. Not confirmed yet, but it's probably gonna be there. So the sell side on Nasdaq is at 885. Should get tagged in my opinion. So here, there's a rejection block. That shouldn't be a concern though. Okay, I'm gonna actually observe something here. Oh, very ugly opening. So it is. So this is a rejection block came down there. I think it's gonna knock it out, honestly. What I want to see is I want to look at this dealing range, EQ, and see how it our price acts around that level. So I think if this current 1 minute candle also closes below, it's gonna be a fast delivery. But you can see like how the market is not in alignment right now because like ES here is gapped up. You can see that's indicating strength, whereas Nasdaq wants to go lower and lower. So here's the candle closing below that EQ. Yeah, this should send it now. Oh my god, am I getting tagged somewhere? Time distortion till 10 o'clock. Possible. I think the main question is whether ES can also push down or not. I think it will. I think it will push down, just like Nasdaq. So once it takes out the sell side, I'm gonna go zoom out a little bit and probably change the time frame and recalibrate myself to see. A time distortion tail. Okay, wonder where they push. Feels like a seek, search and destroy. Seek and destroy day. Yeah, I mean the problem is where market opened. So because it opened, so initially it rallied, right? Then it faded all the rally, the whole point. It wiped out, and New York opened within that big price action, right? So it actually opened around range EQ, thus the chop. So if it didn't fade the whole rally overnight before New York opened, I think we could have had a cleaner, quote unquote, cleaner day or trending day potentially. But yeah, now the fair value gap here should send the price to south side. ES is still unwilling to move, which is I'm fine with it honestly because that's going to cause a bullish S&T divergence. But because it's clean lows, I would favor ES catching up with Nasdaq as well. Because if it takes out the clean lows, then I could have um, peaceful mind if it rallies. Because I would knew that this is not going to be target later on during the rally. Good morning. Good morning. Well, let's see. Let me change the. Let me just mute myself, and then maybe that'll fix the problem. So there's an SMT now, and it's reacting off of the 15-minute. Oh my God, it's so laggy. So it's still reacting to the 15-minute range equilibrium. Can you hear me now, Nazmi? Okay. I don't know why Discord does this, honestly. Wait, what happened to... It's a choppy open. But still, it's drawn to the target. That's a good decision. By the way, I do not see this as a trap, honestly. It could be, but I think it should take out the low at this point, still respecting the range equilibrium. I got the accounts yesterday. I kind of like the platform itself. I looked at the settings and copy trader. I tried the copy trader yesterday, so I'm up on the accounts a little bit. Um, I have a setup for like to showcase the Top Step account along with this chart these charts, but Discord doesn't let me put it on without fucking up the quality for some reason. Yeah, they're 50K. It's just to try it out, you know. Because it's a new platform, and usually with there are a lot of bugs and glitches and problems with the new platforms like that, and I don't see any point getting bigger accounts with TopStep X just yet. So I got 250K, yeah. But you know what? If they're not increasing the XFA limit, I'm fucked. So yeah, they'll announce it this week. I thought they were gonna announce it last week, honestly, because they said like tune into the Top Step TV this week. We're gonna have a big announcement, and they pushed it to this week. I don't know. I think once the news is out, we'll be able to see it regardless or hear it. Alright, yes, is about to tag the sell side. I'm sorry, Nasdaq is about to tag the sell side. ES is still in the range. So the problem here is the sell side is tagged. So the problem here is because ES stayed strong, and I want to see sell side on ES as well. That means Nasdaq will go lower. We have the 15-minute sell side is right here. This is the 15-minute. So I feel like it's gonna just keep up the pace here because of ES. And in that case, we're looking at 833. Now the 5-minute time frame is irrelevant at this point. I'm gonna switch up to the I'm already on the 15. Okay, the dealing range is there. Now ES is going down. It's about to tag it. Wonder why NQ struggling too much. Cause here's the thing, it actually didn't struggle honestly. Just ran the buys, turtle soup, SMT divergence here into the premium PD array, rejecting the range GQ, right? This is the Judas. And then from there to south side, it was actually 12 minutes. And the order flow has not changed. So initially it broke down, caused the fair value gap. That fair value gap, although it was invalidated, the range GQ. So it popped towards the range GQ and kept the order flow clean, bearish the whole time. So I don't think. Okay, ES took the sell side as well. I don't think it was a struggle for Nasdaq. Honestly, I think it was clean. Wow, it delivered the 5-minute, 15-minute model also. 15-minute sell side. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the sell side, and I'm looking for a potential pullback into the old sell side, and I want to see the sell side reacting, holding price below algorithmically. So at 10:30, if it doesn't take out the sell side before 10, I want to see a rally here and then dump. Wait, why doesn't it show? Okay. Yeah, it's about to tag the sell side. So as you can see, ES target is way below than Nasdaq. So because of that, I think we're gonna have a little bit of continuation on Nasdaq here after the 15-minute low. Where can it go though? Maybe the CE of the hourly FVG. Oh my God, I'm missing the messages. 5 accounts would be great, not comfy with Apex and ETF anymore. ETF announced a weird rule, didn't understand. I think both ETF and Apex announced a new rule. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I'm not following prop from news at all. But I've heard many people are concerned about that, whatever the news is or the rule is. Nice trade, bro. So you got the fill at the OB. Nice trade. I didn't talk about the 1 minute trap after the opening bell I mentioned. That is correct. So here, technically it's not violate the accumulation, but you can say it was a trap. Here, the trap fair value up. You can say that, I guess. But mainly, I really don't see it as a trap, honestly, because the accumulation was it broke out before, broke out above the accumulation. So instead of looking at that as a trap, I would look for like this is the order block, right? I would look at it like that, the order block here, and then broke down, fair value gap, broke down, and so on and so forth. I mean, I don't know. You can also call that a trap, though. The 15-minute low should be the draw liquidity at this point. I was hoping news pump leaving the edge at low, and I could have looked for a short, but now I'm not sure it can pump or just search, so you can just short after the news. I think it's going to be a continuation, honestly, until the 15-minute low gets tagged at least. There's no reason to look for longs at the moment, at least just for now. Locking all my emails. So let me ask you something. With TopStep X, you said when you manually lock your account or accounts, you gotta go one by one, right? So you gotta lock them, like all of them individually, one by one. Is this news at 10 o'clock considered T1? That's a good question. Let's check it out. Where do we look at? Where's the fucking T1 dashboard? Wait a second. T1. Today is what? Today is May 28th. Doesn't snow, it's not. Damn, you guys are fast. I was so slow. I'm gonna annotate the strong low also on ES. I think that could be a rejection. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. So I'm liking the 1 minute consolidate quote unquote range mount. 1 minute just right now because it's probably setting up for the 50-minute candle close. As it closes, it's leaving a fair value gap, and the lower portion of that fair value gap is the old sell side. I want to see price staying below that and sending it to the old S&T divergence, which is at 833. Here I'm gonna put the 1 minute ortho on the chart. See, I mean, when I imply the dealing range from the high to the drawn liquidity, it also shows me that low. I'm seeing this old sell side. It's also a breaker on another time frame, so maybe an hourly breaker. Yeah. But that's why I'm speculating around that level. So there's an S&T divergence right now at the lows. Alright, 30 seconds left for the news. Let's see if it's going to be immediately sell side or fake out and dump. Alright, 10 o'clock. My trading view is lagging again. So there's the S&T here. I really want to see it pumping price a little bit. At least like 15-minute fair value gap could be good. But ES is still like super weak. It seems like it's gonna send it right away. Because I mean, the 10 o'clock candle on the 15-minute, if it closes as an up close candle first, that is gonna form a rejection block there, because the open and the close prices are the same. Let's see if that's gonna be a rejection block. Actually, it's not. Actually, it's not. It gapped up. That's better for sell side. Alright, it's coming up to the breaker. Alright. Here's the moment of truth. So I want to see an algorithmic delivery here. I want to see 1 minute candles staying below the sell side there. I'm getting paid somewhere. What the fuck? So basically I'm just waiting for a trap or like the 1 minute order flow to turn bearish here. Maybe like accumulate here, invert this, then I'll look for shorts. So here, I want to see this fair value gap getting inverted after some accumulation. I'm not liking that breakout. The 1 minute order flow is not changing at all right now. So it formed an LB, respecting the LB at the moment. Alright, let me check out with the 1 minute. Let's the buy side here. Yes, is still staying weak. That's the only thing I like. But Nasdaq is, I think it's trading into the CE of the 15 minute, but it's not. The order flow is still staying bullish on the one. And then there is an SMT on the 1 minute here. It's just a waiting game. Why would they not take the south side and start to go up? I always get confused when they do it. It's just a retracement. So this is technically retracing into the 15-minute SIBI. You see it you see it like a bullish order flow on the 1 minute, but it's actually a retracement on the higher time frame. Couple reasons also, like it's also because the market is not in sync as well. So what I want to see right now is the 10:15 candle open on the 15-minute. I want to see it opening at the same level. That could be an additional confluence. Here it could form an S&T divergence, which I doubt it. Well, there's an S&T at the highs. Alright, 15-minute opened. Let's see where it opened. The close of this candle is 879.75. Open, it gapped up a little bit. Not what I wanted to see. So inversion of this fair value gap, it really confirms the trap. You're welcome, man. You're a bit too early though. Just so you know. Where's your stop loss? I mean, if you put it above this high, I mean, put it above that high, at least. It's fresh. So I think it should really stay below the old sell side right now and just go for the inversion. I think the 1 minute fair value gap here, it's not confirmed, but it should be a breakaway gap in my opinion. This should be an order block. So I'm looking at potential displacement below this low so that it could confirm the OB without touching that fair value gap. That would be better. Nope, it touched it. Mid 15-minute fair value gap, FVG holding, the one you mentioned. Yeah, I still don't like the 1 minute order flow for shorts though, Kila. I gotta be honest with you, because so here is a rejection of the sell side. It took out but rejected, no displacement down. The fair value gap CE is still being respected, and now we have a trap here. So I'm not favoring your position right now. Honestly, I'm sorry. Because the 1 minute order flow says the other way around. The other thing about the buy model is because Nasdaq rated the buy side liquidity here at open. I don't think though that high will get tagged, honestly. At least before the sell sign. But we'll see, I guess. So if it closes here in a consolidation until like 10:30, I think we might be looking at a new order block on the 15-minute. That could be a potential entry in the short. But in that case, it needs to be an accumulation here. How's the stock market looking? Pretty flat besides Nvidia. Nvidia is up almost 5%. What about AMD? Not bad. Oil is still pumping. Dude, I checked oil a couple days ago, yesterday actually. I saw the 15 minutes. Do you remember the dealing range I mentioned on the 15 minute? I saw it pumped before that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so bullish. I was like, this is gonna send it even higher. So here, I set an alert, as you remember, down here. So I was like, I think it was this one. Or was it this one? Oh yeah, here. So yeah, I was looking at this fair value gap for a pump, but it didn't retrace. It didn't even retrace. Very bullish. The order flow looks bullish for me. It is bullish right now. How you finding the Top Step X, bro? I traded yesterday. It was fine. I didn't have any problems. I don't trust the platform itself yet, though, because it's new. But I like the features like the internal copy trader, and then there was like streaming settings or something, streamer settings, which was interesting. So far it became seek and seek and destroy, whatever you call it, on the one. So it goes for the highs and the lows at the same time. Not so interested, but in my opinion, if it wants to stay bearish or change the order flow, I think this should be engineered liquidity. I don't want to see a new high. Also, Kila, the thing I don't like about the platform is the data feed is not good. You don't get to see the same candles for some reason. They gotta fix that. And it's lagging a little bit. Looking like a catfish buy model. I think the buy model is not there yet, honestly. I mean, yeah, there is one on the 1 minute, and I think that was delivered. So here, the S&T divergence at the lows, then the dealing range here didn't touch though. But what I'm saying is like, what is the purpose of this buy model on the 1 minute is the question. Where does it want to take the price? What I'm seeing is or thinking is the buy models. This buy model is just a retracement on the 15 minute is how I'm internalizing it. So maybe like the fair value gap, the CE, whatever the case is. And I think it completed the model in my opinion. I don't see this going for the 930 highs because that was already the manipulation. It already took the buy side, so it doesn't have business up there. So unless we get an S&T divergence at this low here on the 15 minute perhaps, right? Like for example, market breaks down, Nasdaq doesn't go for the sell side, ES goes for the sell side, and then reverses. That could be the real buy model. Then I could be looking at the 930 highs. for a scalp on the one, this was totally doable. But again, where are you gonna be targeting? Like you could be targeting the fair value gaps, and the reward for that is not there, in my opinion. Wasn't there. All right, 10:30. Let's see how that goes. It took the 9:30 short, but closed it too early. Where'd you close? I mean, in my opinion, there was no reason to close that position if you were short at open, because the market never gave any signal for a reversal or like changing the order flow. All right, 10:30. Let's see if we can find or form a 15-minute order block, bearish order block here. Have a look at the trap from the 5-minute. I don't see that as a trap though. No, no accumulation. So this is a trap at the on the highs here, because price spending time above it, then inverts it. Here you don't see that, TJ. So far, what I'm seeing is we're trading above the up down close candle. My old friend oil. All right, Nasdaq at range EQ. Potential S&T divergence here. This is the last resort. So if it displaces now from here, and if it doesn't hold the S&T divergence, I'll lose my interest to the sell side delivery for now, or this session really in general. There was no trap on the 5-minute TJ because there's no accumulation. So if you look at the um, 4 a.m. Price action on the 5 or on the 15-minute, you'll see what I mean. So price needs to spend time above or below a fair value gap before inverting it. So you don't see that on the 5 here. A range EQ looks good so far. The S&T is confirmed. Now, it should form a sell model here, in my opinion. This should be the short-term sell sign. Or, and put it this way, 1 minute, like a mega sell model draw. And this should be the 15-minute draw liquidity. So as long as it stays below the range EQ of the 15-minute range, the sell side is valid. And so far what I'm reading is it retraced all the way into the range equilibrium, and the 1 minute order flow now has a potential to change bearish because the S&T divergence and the bodies were respecting the range EQ. And that's what I've been waiting for. I'm waiting for the 1 minute order flow to change basically. Because you literally don't know how further can this go. And that's why I gotta wait for that shift in the order flow. Here, there's a BPR. You can also look at the dealing range of the short-term um, expansion, the short-term leg, and speculate around its range EQ as well. That's also something you guys can do. Like for example, you let it all go, wait for the displacement below range EQ, and then you short that. Obviously, like if you want to be aggressive though, that's another story. But I'm gonna keep this here just for the sake of showcasing how that works as well. This is the short-term dealing range. I'm gonna delete this. What is the reward? Okay, fair. Very slow PA. Yeah, I think it's gonna get down there by 11, hopefully. As long as it doesn't react off the range equilibrium of the short-term dealing range. So two things really I don't want to see here. S&T with this low, something like this, and a rejection of the EQ. think the 15 minutes stayed below the CE also, kind of. It violated a little bit. So Kila, because you shorted early or earlier somewhere here, this is what you need to wait for. Like, because here the order flow is favoring buy side delivery, right? And you're shorting that. So the likelihood of you getting stopped in that position before waiting the correct order flow is very likely. So ES took the south side. ES took the south side there. Guys, if this goes for the high again, I I'm probably gonna call it for the morning session because it literally if it violates the high again, it literally becomes quite large as you can destroy where it goes from highs to lows, highs to lows, kind of like a broadening range pattern or whatever it's called, like this, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but broadening something. So I'm like, as time goes by, I'm losing my interest in this price action more and more. Three drive, lower time frame. At the lows or at the highs? Such a painful decision. I would say 9:30 was clean, but other than that, it's obviously slow market after holidays. Pretty normal. Three drive though. Three drive. I don't see the three drive. So here I would have said three drive at the lows. In fact, like here. But before the third low, it took the buy side, so that's kind of like invalidated the 3 drive. So it's gone for the buy side again. So this is where I lose my interest in the price. TJ says they're going for 930 highs, perhaps, because the sell side ideas are invalid so far. The order flow did not change. But I still don't see, like, if it's going for the buy side, it's not going to be 930. It's going to be the midnight, like the 5 a.m. high, because this high doesn't have much meaning. Let me see it on the. Hold on 1 second. Go on 15 minute on ES. So let me think. This is the S&T divergence delivered. Same deal. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, I guess. Because that's the S&T divergence, which is its original consolidation. Check the 5-second buy model. Let's take a look at the 5-second. So here, I think that's the buy model you mentioned, right? Where it tagged the S&T. Drop. Dun, dun, dun. That's good. But trading the 5 seconds is savage. I will never be able to do it, honestly. Mount the hourly. Hold on. This is sus. Now there's a breaker block here. Should really hold the price. Let's clean the chart a little bit. This is the old SMT. uh, I would say not tomorrow, but Thursday, Kilo. There's no news on Wednesday, and I believe it's GDP on Thursday, which is big data. How come it's not tomorrow? Yeah, it's because of the news. There's no news. I think it could potentially be a slow day for tomorrow. Um, so I would rather have you trading on Thursday. That looks good, XRP. I think, I mean, because it's going for that high, I think it should really rip through that high and drawn into the actual um, 5:30, 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Buy side. Here's the S&T. Yeah, they could. I think the dump will happen after 11 though. Maybe like the discount closes about the 50-minute fair value gap, and then retest of the inversion, as well as manipulation on the hourly. I don't like the volume balance though. I'm trying to make sense of the wick, the low, like why that level, I'm trying to reverse engineer that area, but the only thing I can come up with is basically like this, like the both of those CBs, the inversion, that's the trap, right? The only thing I can come up with is that is a trap on a higher time frame, which is the hourly. fair value gap. And that's the only thing I can come up with. And prices still, or prices wants to stay bullish. The RFO wants to stay bullish because the actual draw liquidity is the external high, right? That's why it should not take out the sell side, I guess, apparently. It's the same deal on ES as well. Um, yeah, makes sense. Make no sense on this internet liquidity. I'm sure it makes sense if we. I'll look at it after market closes, but once you reverse engineer these kind of things, where market sets a high or a low, and if it doesn't make sense to you at the time, when you reverse engineer it, it always makes sense. It's always algorithmic. It could be even on the daily, like you know, it could be the daily OB here. You see that? That's the daily order block, and at that level, it reverses, and there is a gap up, which indicates strength. So you see there is actually never mind that. I was gonna say rejection block, but it's not. So there is the gap from Nvidia, not that one. Come on, this one. It it's literally the CE of that gap. So again, yeah, like I said, it always makes sense when you put in the work. You'll understand what I mean by that. Also, the breaker block mean threshold. It seems like kind of. Yeah. Anyways, I'll take a look at that after market closes. Seems like that'll be the case. It also seems like ES could be a bitch here. Very unwilling to move. So top step, up to 5 express funded accounts, automated XFA creation within minutes. Get any 50k trading combine for $29. Alright, I'm not screwed then. Because if they just like fake the 5 XFA account thing, that would be so fucked. My main concern is that they're upping the XFA limit, right? And I've always feel like it comes with a downside. So I hope they don't change the payout structure and or like the 5-day $200 rule into something else. Maybe adding payout cap or whatever. I hope they don't do that or pull something like that, pull off something like that. Alright, the 15-minute closed. It gapped up again. Very strong. Gaps all over the place. TJ, again, that is not a trap, my friend, because there's no accumulation. The accumulation happens after the inversion. So you need to see this kind of price action. So let me pull up the 5-minute chart. You need to see this accumulation below this fair value gap. Okay, that's when it's a trap. But instead, you can use this SMT divergence, because that is an SMT divergence, or the other one here, which formed afterwards. So you need to always do your own due diligence. You shouldn't be putting that on me, because I'm telling you that's not a trap, but that doesn't mean the idea has been valid. So for it to be a trap, it needs price action like this one right here, or this one right here. You see how price stays below the fair value gap first, and then inverts it. Now this is a trap fair value gap. It uses that trap fair value gap and sends the price higher. In this case, you don't have that price action. You just have the traditional smart money reversal, and the confirmation is in between these lows. Yes, is so this is the S&T again, the bearish S&T divergence. And ES is looking really weak. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at this range EQ and a reversal at that level. This one's the higher time frame. Yep, surely it could push one more time. No problem, TJ. You don't have to apologize for that at all. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what I personally see, and the, because it was not a trap, I say that's not a trap. But after that, it formed out as G divergence, as I told you earlier, and that's the smart money reversal. And don't be upset for missing out a trade, because you'll have trades. It's not the end of the life, not the end of the world. Just never feel or never let FOMO take over your mind, if you will. Mine too. Trading view is very laggy today. 4. That's funny. I'm not even interested in this price, bro. I shouldn't be saying much, but I think it's gonna be the buy side at this point because it had the breakout, rejecting the CE, not the CE, but the range EQ. ES needs to get stronger though. It's being a bitch, like I said. 8 points in this market feels like eternal. Okay, flip this and we might have something. It's just for the S&T at the high. I don't think it's gonna dump, honestly, dude. Because like it didn't even respect the bearish PD arrays, and then the hourly volume imbalance was flipped as well. So initially I thought maybe the whole rally for that hourly imbalance, the volume imbalance, but because it flipped it, my mind, like my thought process goes like this: because it's flipped it, okay, the objective of the hourly candle close is not that, so it should keep going more. Either way, though, I think you should call it a day. Don't chase that payout, bro. Because I don't want you. I don't want to have you tomorrow saying like, "Dude, I need 20 points now." You know, just keep that to 8 points and roll it into tomorrow. Or maybe afternoon session, like take a break, grab a coffee, you know, relax your mind, come back in the afternoon session. And it seems like it is about to flip here. Patience, my friend. Alright, flip it. Cool, it flipped it. I'm willing to take one contract here. If it touches down, yeah, I'm gonna take one contract. Stop loss is gonna be below the most recent candle, and I'm targeting 930 high. And I'm gonna be content with that. But this is a low-hanging fruit objective, if you will. Alright. What's the reward here actually? 16. Not a lot. And the low shouldn't get violated here. It should at least deliver the short-term high, in my opinion, from here. And same deal on ES. Don't like it yet. The 15-minute close. I really don't want to see this violating the trap here. I would rather have it staying inside or above it. Let's see how that goes. Because I don't want to see another like manipulation on the 15 minute or something like that. Why am I getting notification from Discord all the fucking time? I don't like that candle. Yep, getting stopped there probably. Probably gonna collapse this manually. I'm gonna collapse the manually because I'm not getting what I want to get, what I want to see. So instead of letting it go to my stop loss, I'm just gonna collapse it. At this point, I don't care if it runs for the high. The 15 minutes. Because I'm probably gonna call it for the morning session here, honestly. I'm I don't see much anymore. Like the trap should have held for a buy side delivery, it didn't. Which means the buy side is still in the in the target, but it just traded down into range GQ on the 15 minute one more time. Um, so as long as it respects this level, the red dashed line, I think we are overall looking for the, the buy side delivery at 5 a.m. Not saying it'll go up there today, but overall it has potential to go there. Right now, the way I'm seeing this price action on the 15 minute is it is just forming a new order block. That's it. So probably once it's completed, I don't know when, but once it's completed, it's going to trade above the down close candles, and that becomes the new order block in the order flow for the buy side for 5 a.m. I don't think I had a bad execution. It's just, like I said, I don't care if it goes for the buy side at this point because it didn't give me what I wanted it to do, basically. So she should shoot. That's true. And boring, that's also true. Just trading down into 1 hour OP. But anyways, guys, I think yeah, I'm gonna call it here for the morning session. I'm gonna look up price probably at around like in an hour or so during lunch or after lunch. If I see anything, you know the drill. But thanks for being here today and have a great rest of the day.